So, I didn't do any filming yet. Well, I did do some filming, but it was a bit haphazard. I've got everything done under the car. Props are on, exhaust back on. Nothing really fancy, really, not really worth filming. If you can see here, I didn't realise when we got the car in, it didn't have these supports on. Fortunately, I found a couple that's almost like new. You know, this has got a bonnet mounted spare, and without those the bonnet's just going to flex and the slam panel is going to bugger up. Well, talking about slam panel, I'll put a little insert here what it was like before I took it off, and you could see I had to do something with it. So I blasted and painted it, so it's going to look really nice. You know, they'd painted it white and then they'd put some black paint on top of so it was black. They put some white overspray on it, then they painted over the overspray with black paint. It always came off because they hadn't degreased it. One big problem I had though, I couldn't get it started. I'll show you why. If you can remember, when I was fitting the fuel tank, I had a bit of a trouble fitting the ring that goes on here. I couldn't get it quite right. Well, this thing here is just a terrible piece of engineering. It's just so bad. And what was happening was, I couldn't get it started was, you see the pipe here? Well, it was like that. When I got it in the tank, you know you have to push them in and twist them to get them in? Look. Look at that. There's no resistance on it at all. Resistance is futile. And it just comes out like this, look. Why didn't they just simply put that pipe going all the way through here and then put an olive on it, instead of this mess? And look at this is one of the other problems is, it can pop out. It's not even glued in. I had a bit of a trouble trying to fit this union, as you've done too. And when I was trying to fit this union, I was trying to get it tightened up under the car, and I couldn't tighten it. As you can see there, I had a job tightening it up. So I'm going to order a new one. I could fiddle around with that and try and get it fixed up. But you know what's going to happen, don't you? The float mechanism's going to bugger up as well. So I'm going to just get an OEM one. What else have we got to do? Oh, most importantly, got to change the headlamps. This is a right-hand drive car being driven on the left-hand side of the road, being driven as a left-hand drive. I'll get myself confused in a minute. But the beams of the light will dip to the wrong side. So that's really important that we've got to change the headlamps so they dip the right side. You can't actually change the adjustment because it's the pattern in the light which throws the light. Is that good? Do something with that. Yeah. So we've got to do that too. So today, because I'm kind of stuck, I want to get this moving. I want to get this sort of fired up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a rubber pipe into the tank through the aperture and then connect it up to the fuel line so I can get some fuel through, and use an electric pump to pressurise up all the system and then do it like that. I know it's a mess about, but it'd be nice to see the bloody thing running. I've got the new radiator in. I've just asked the customer, he wanted me before to get new hoses, which I forgot to get, but I want to just double check, see if he wants to do it, because this budget's getting kind of high now, because I've had to replace so many bits and pieces. It's really annoying. It's sort of like every time you looked at something, oh, I'm going to replace that now. So I know where it's coming from with you guys who's doing cars. You think, oh well, I might as well do this while I'm at it, might as well do that. Sure, yeah, do it while you do it, while you're at it, but it can get carried away. Oh, and of course the customers asked for new door seals. Now, you know my opinions on door seals. If you don't fit the genuine Puma ones, well, they're not worth fitting at all. I don't know how they have the gumption to put those cheap seals in a bag, because well, they're useless. They don't shut properly. The rubber's too hard. So anyway, I'm going to play around with that. While the car's on the lift, I'll put that little piece of pipe in, get that all ready to go, and we'll report back if it starts. Well, I've got diesel through using the electric pump, no problem, and in fact the mechanical lift pump works perfectly. However, it wouldn't start. What I realised was this had a security system on before and I was told to take it off. So when you turn the key, it wasn't turning the solenoid, so I've got to work that out. But using the power probe and the ignition on, fires up okay, there's no problem with it. And whoa. There's no back pressure. I'll just vibrate about. I'll turn it off because there's got no water in it. So we need a few little bits and pieces, but I'm stuck, like I say, for hoses. I've got all the front on, except I can't find the horn and the horn bracket. I don't know where the hell that's gone. And also the little clip that, for your bonnet pull. Well, that's gone. Do you know, these guys, they're just bloody throwing stuff on the floor all over the place. It's got to stop. That's why I like doing things on my own, then I know where stuff is. It's alright just throwing everything in a box, but where have you put the bloody box? Anyway, we manage, we'll find everything in the end. Yeah, so there's no holes, no hoses on it, no coolant hoses. We'll have a word and see what the customer says, whether he wants to change them, because they are quite old. And then we can give this a proper test. So I think today, to stop wasting time, I'll drop it off. It's on the floor now, but I'll take the lift completely down and just pull it forward, just roll it straight forward, so that I can open the doors, sort that wiring out, and perhaps even just put the floor in. Why not? Well, I already binned most of the alarm system, but I sort of didn't realise there was still all this cat's cradle of bits and pieces under the dash. So with that out the way and the starter wire rewired, we have a running car. So that's good, it works off the key now, so I'm happy about that. There's lots of vibrations, there's all sorts of stuff lying about. Yeah, I'm sort of pleased with it so far. I'm going to tidy up some wires under the dash a bit, because they are a bit of a bloody mess. When they've put the alarm on, they've just bared back the insulation and soldered a wire on them. I've got to tape them all up. But that's not too bad a problem. At least we can move it now. But, like I say, I've got to put the gear shift on and stuff like that.